All right, good evening to you. I'm coming at you for part two. This is Bret Martin. It's August 31st. I think right now it's about 10:30 p.m. I woke up this morning. I had to take my 515 pill, which is my Atenol, 0.5 milligram for a little bit of high blood pressure. And then at 6:30, I took my 3 clonazepam to get ready for my radiation. And I told you a little bit about my radiation the other day. I didn't tell you much other than from here on up, they built like a football set of shoulder pads and a helmet, a half helmet, half shoulder harness. And then what they do is they bolt you to a table on your back, stick you in a tube, like an MRI tube or a PET scan or a CAT scan tube. And then that's when they put the radiation in my throat area, ear area, neck area to get this entire area where the cancer is. So that's done. Chemotherapy is done for the week. Radiation, I do 5 days a week. So Friday will be my second week done. Today, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday, then Friday, yeah. So what happened today? Let's talk about adversity. Let's talk about your role in this, my role in this, my role in your life, your teacher, your trainer, your guide, your guru in the merchant cash advance industry. What happened today was I'm 2 weeks in and I don't feel like shit. And they said I would. Everyone said I would. The doctors said I would. The nurses said I would. They had psychiatrists available to me and massage therapists available to me. And, I showed you the other day. There it is. There's the feeding tube. You can see they herniated my button when they put it in. So they're going to have to fix my belly button. They're going to have to take out the feeding tube. You can see my chemo lines right here. There's my chemo lines dangling. And I'm going about my life. What am I going to do? I'm doing the same thing. I'm working with my staff all day. Like people standing around me and my family, my friends. And, I can't go fishing. This is not a vacation. I have cancer. And so I got to go every day. But the cancer treatment only lasts about 30 minutes for radiation, and then I'm done. So what am I going to do with my day? I just got done buying some dog food, but more importantly, I got a story to tell you because I went out marketing today with 2 people. I went out marketing with them. We hit the Southern Oregon area, and I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to these people. First call, first business we walked into, okay? So let's back up for a moment. 5:15, I take my Atenol this morning. I take my 3 clonazepam, 0.5 milligram, getting ready for the anxiety. I go in, get my radiation treatment, hop out. Mom, thank God for Mom, is giving me a ride because I never know. Christ, I don't know. I've never had cancer before. What's going to happen next? And I get a ride home and everything's fine. So go down to Starbucks. I get my 2 egg white bites, which I just love egg white bites from a belly. And then I get my sausage McMuffin with cheese, but it's the better brand because it's Starbucks over McDonald's. Who knows? Christ, I'm probably bullshitting myself. But anyway, long story short, I eat my breakfast. Drink a lot of water. I got to drink a lot of these. I'm drinking 12 to 14 of these a day, daily, because they don't want my urine crystallizing in my kidneys, or else I'll end up having kidney failure. So I living on water, and it's hot here. It's in the hundreds in Southern Oregon, and it's hot. So drinking water anyway. So last week I did a little marketing. This week looks like the same thing. I went out Monday, didn't go yesterday because of chemo all day, 480 minutes of chemo, and the radiation prior to that in the morning. But we went out marketing today. So what happened to us? First thing we did, I did the same thing with all of you that I do with these people. I never met them before. They drove all the way in from Eugene last night in the off chance that I was willing. and able to market with them today. So by God, we did it. Now look at me. Come on. You can see right there. That's the hose sticking out. Look at my gut. The hose is sticking out. I got the belly button sticking out. The protruding gut. They got me on steroids. They got me up 29 pounds in preparation for this cancer. I'm a massive guy right now, folks. I'm 265 on the hoof, 5'11". I'm not a sightly man. I'm 60 years old. Come on, my days of being sightly are behind me. And quite honestly, I never had any anyway. And if you're thinking I'm bald because I have cancer, that's not the case. I was always bald, but here about a year and a half ago, my son cut all my hair off, and I like it this way. So that's why I'm going this way. They say that this radiation is so direct, it's not even going to take my mustache off. Anyway, enough about that. I want to talk about the adversity of my day, your life. Because I know what it's like to be you. I know what it's like to be paralyzed and not be able to market. And you come up with all these reasons like the dentist and the doctor and your children and a lack of money and no gas and can't get on the bus. And the excuses are like the violin. It just keeps playing and playing and playing. It's like, fuck. When am I going to start marketing? Okay. Tomorrow's the day. I start marketing. I put the headphones on, tie myself to the bedroom, tie myself to my office, and I'm 8 hours, man. 8 hours. Oh, bullshit. I've never seen anyone that could do that crap. Where they lock themselves in a room and they just go. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 365 days a year. The weekdays just pounding marketing. Come on, folks, it's a 2-year pace. It's a 3-year pace. That's why when you look out there at telemarketing rooms, they're hiring full-time. And that's why people are leaving full-time. And what do they say to me when they come onto our platform all the time? They're like, I'm the best telemarketer. You're never going to find a better telemarketer. And it's this campaign with garage doors and that campaign with alarm systems and this campaign with sprinkler systems and this campaign with, the gutter guards and bullshit. Numbers. And what are they making at the end of the day? $10 an hour? $12 an hour? $15 an hour? Some of you out there could easily say to me, I want to raise my hand, Bret. Last year I made $38,000 telemarketing. What are you doing on my platform then if you're so happy? If you're so satisfied? Why are you coming here? Stay there. Go back. I dare you. I double dog dare you. It's because it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. After 100 days, 200 days, 300 days, 400 days, and you can't take it anymore. So what do? We trade more bad for more bad. Now that's what I refused to do in my 20s, was live in a world where I worked for someone who told me what to do all day, watched over me all day, and then judged me all day. And then called me in because they wanted to what? Have a constructive criticism moment. Are you fucking kidding me? Listen to me, folks. If you're someone who spends time giving your children or your wife or your husband or your partner or your friends or your family member or your employees for that matter, constructive criticism, you're an asshole. That's the bottom line. Criticism is criticism. So I got sick of the criticism. I was a hell of an employee, but they always had to have something that they fucking picked on. So I quit. I went out on my own. I put my money where my mouth was, which wasn't much money, and I went to work for myself. On opportunities like what came up today, I can't wait to tell you what came up today. And it happens to me all the time. All the time. But I don't do it 8 hours a day. I don't do it 9 hours a day. I don't do it 10 hours a day. I don't do it 11 hours a day. I don't put myself into this agenda or this environment where I say to myself, okay, I got to get rid of my husband. I got to get rid of my wife. I got to get rid of the kids. I got to get the chi right. I got to turn on the right music. I got to have just the right incense. I got to have just the right candle. Fuck that shit. Get out the fucking door. Or get on the fucking phone, but get rid of your distractions. Multitasking, which I believe is a 4-letter word. Screw the word fuck. It's late at night. I got nothing left, folks. I'm in the raw. I may as well be Eddie Murphy or Chris Rock right now when it comes to my lingo. The bottom line is this. Multitasking is the death of all of us. It's screwing up marriages. It's screwing up households. It's screwing up religions. It's screwing up Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, baseball, basketball, football. What are we doing? Standing there texting on the phone, watching our kid at the game. Put the phone in the car. Oh, but I got to take a photo. Oh, bullshit. Who needs 45,000 photos of their children? I grew up in an era where we had hard photos. We got boxes of photos, Julie and I, my ex-wife and I. She gave them to me, all of them, even the wedding photos. Hell, I bet I have 50,000 photos. That's enough. Put the camera down. Put it in the car. Forget about it. Watch the game. So no multitasking. Now, if you got to go to the dentist, go to the dentist. If you got to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. If you got to grocery shop, grocery shop. Might want to plan differently like I just did and go to the grocery shop at night. Some of you are laying in bed right now. Now that's a sad state of affairs to me. I'm only 60 and I'm not in bed. I'm fired up. I'm going to go till 12, 1 o'clock. I got cancer. I got an 80% chance of living 5 years or longer. Look it up. It's neck mass cancer. APV virus. Look it up. It's not a guarantee that I'm going to live, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Between now and when I die, like I said the other day, part 1, the dash, the day I was born, the year I was born, and the day I die and the year I die, that dash in between, I'm going to live my dash. I dare you to live your dash. So why would you be tucked in bed? Anxiety, depression. I'm just tired, Bret. I'm just tired. I'm 30 and I'm tired. I'm 21, I'm tired. I'm 45 and I'm just tired. I mean, you don't know what it's like. I've got 3 kids and a wife or a husband or a divorced and she does this, or a divorced and he does this, or this partner. Hey, fuck your violin. Fuck your violin. There are a million fucking stories, man. There are a million stories. Get on the treadmill. Release those endorphins. Get a workout at the gym. Release those endorphins. Go for a walk. Look up at the stars. Start to imagine that life is full of dreams and opportunities. It's here. You're on the platform of all platforms. And I'm begging you to strike that match. To take that fire that's burning inside of you, the one that you used to get into my house on my platform when we read what we read about what you said. And some of you didn't even put anything down when I said, why should I choose you? I'm the one who hit you back and said, can't you say something? I put your note in there. I'm the one who did that. Can't you say something about yourself? Can't you say something? I've always got a little snide comment I come back with. And believe me, folks, probably only 20% of you people come back to me after that. Because you're looking at it and saying, oh shit, the guy called me out. I didn't say anything. What, like you're fucking important to me? You're more important than the man or the woman, young, medium, or old, that wrote me 700 words, 60 words, 50 words about themselves, how they want a better life, how they don't want to sit at home anymore as a housewife or as a house husband, or how they want to participate in the family model, or how they want to be there for their partner or their friend or their family member, or how they want to be there for themselves and no longer work in a warehouse And you think I'm going to choose you over them? Are you shitting me? I want someone who's at least going to lie to me and say, hey, I'm going to be making an effort. And I know better than that. I know that most of you are not going to be making an effort. In fact, I know that most of you are already looking at the next shiny object. Like a crow. Oh, there goes a bottle cap and it's ran over by the car. Or a squirrel. There goes a nut and it's ran over by the car. And one day what's going to happen to you, just like a week ago, you're going to show up out of the blue like Tess did and you're going to say, I'm not going to take it anymore. This is the best platform of the best. And you're speaking the truth here, Mr. Martin. And I got to get on this platform again. She's back. And what has she done? She's brought her entire family. If you listen to today's class, she brought her entire family. I mean, my God, she's got like 15 family members, maybe 20. I'm not bullshitting you. That she's boarded on our platform and she's going to make money off of those people as a manager. She gets 2% override. The file we funded today, folks, was a $980,000 file. What's 2% of that, folks? 2% of 900 grand is $18,000. So you start doing the math. This can add up real quick. So if you're sitting on your ass right now, in your bed right now, and you're trying to figure out how to get to sleep because your Ambien hasn't kicked in, maybe you let that resonate in your brain a little bit. As opposed to some guy who's got a boat in Florida, who's 30 years old with his hair slicked back, black or white, and he's telling you about how you too can be like him. Just get on his platform. All you gotta do is just become a seller on Amazon. Got to sell one item. And the next thing you know, what's gonna happen? Well, you're a millionaire, man. You don't have to do a thing. You can just sit on the beach and just live the life of Riley. Bullshit. That is bullshit. There's no possible way in hell that 100+ people a week since 2009 have come into my classroom, taken my class, and had those types of results on on Amazon or any other platform out there. Or guess what? They'd still be there. And I see the notes. I tried this. I tried that. I tried this. I tried that. I tried this. This one looks like the one for me, Bret. Good, you found it. Now I'm 17 minutes in and let's talk about today, okay? I didn't have any flyers made. You kidding me? I don't have flyers sitting around with my name on it. I told you I quit producing in September of 2009. It's in all my records. It's all over the website. Read the damn website. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours on that website since 2009, evolving it into what it is today. Some of you don't realize this or not. You may not. But there's only 2,080 hours in an average 40-hour work week annually. I know for a fact I spend over 2,000 hours a year minimum on that website. And folks, I'm not doing that in the middle of the day. You're out of your friggin' mind if you think I'm sitting around with my staff coding my computer. I code it at night. I code it in the morning. I work on the website in my off hours, which, by the way, are my on hours. Because I've got endless energy. I just do. And some of you be like, well, you know, if I had that type of money, I'd have endless energy too. Bullshit. I'm going to tell you what money's going to make you more of. If you're a liar, you're going to lie more. If you're a gambler, you're going to gamble more. If you're a drug addict, you're going to do more drugs. The more money you make, the more you're going to be into your sexual addiction if you've got a sexual addiction. If you're a shopaholic, you're going to shop more. All money's going to do is make you more of who you already are. And that's why they tell you, you can make a bunch of money and sit around. You can go on vacation because they think that's what you want. But let me tell you something about vacation, folks. Try eating a chocolate bar, your favorite chocolate. White chocolate, dark chocolate. My favorite. White chocolate, dark chocolate, I love them. Almonds, add the almonds. God, don't hold the almonds. Ice cream, Breyer's ice cream. Take what you love. What do you love for a candy? And imagine taking that first bite, and then a second bite, and a third bite, and a fourth bite. But imagine if I just sat there and said to you, you're going to eat that chocolate or that ice cream until you're sick. And then when you're done being sick, we're going to feed it to you again. And we're going to feed it to you again. And we're going to feed it to you again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And you're going to end up just like I did. I retired at 38. I retired at 40, and I retired at 44. Why am I still working at 60? Because I ate too much chocolate from an analogy standpoint. I did. I golfed and I fly fished. 100, 200 days a year. And guess what happened? It became work. It was no longer fun anymore. So I decided to create a balance for myself when I came back on my board of directors. And I decided to take 4 paid vacations a year. 4 1-week paid vacations a year. Because when I get out the 13 days, 14 days, 15 days, 9 days, 12 days on a vacation, I get strung out, folks. I get lost. And I start to make a job out of my vacation. So I like a good, solid 1 week off. Weekend at the beginning, weekend at the end. So I'm getting in my 9 days, leave on a Thursday night. Gone. Okay, so that's my vacation. Anyway, back to today, marketing. Excuse me, sorry about that. I don't have any flyers. The kids that showed up, 28 and 30 years old, they didn't have any flyers. They didn't know where we were going. They didn't even know if they were going marketing with me or not. Told you they came down from Eugene in the off-site chance that I might be able to market today. I didn't know if I could or couldn't. I never had cancer. It's the end of my 2nd week coming up. Who knows? Maybe I was going to be like the Hollywood actor or the Hollywood actress who's laying over the top of the toilet all day. I don't know. So they showed up. I was fine. 11 o'clock, 11:15. So okay. Introduce myself, introduce them, introduce some staff. I'm hotter than hell in here. It's about 105 in here. I apologize. This particular room doesn't have air conditioning. It's an addition that we put on the house. It doesn't have air conditioning. It doesn't have any heat either. So you freeze your ass off during the winter and you have burn like a mother. It's got to be 110. Anyway, long story short, where do we go? We got no flyers. This is one of those periods where everyone's just like, I don't know what to do. Do I call Vistaprint? Christ, are you kidding me? It's going to take 3 days, 4 days. Overnight, it takes a day or two. So where are we going? We're going to Office Max, Office Depot, Staples, duh. We're going somewhere where we can get them made right then. You know that. You're not stupid. Use your head for something other than a hat rack. This is not a hat rack. This is a thinking cap. The hat is secondary. My dad used to say all the time, son, use your head for something besides a hat rack. So we go down to Staples. They're my local little Medford, Oregon place that I go to get my printing done. You know, some of you are like, well, you know, your company's so big. Why aren't you printing these at the office? No shit. Have you priced out toner lately, genius? Because they ain't giving it away. And these flyers eat a mega amount of toner. So don't look at me like I just stepped off the side of a turnip truck and I've got my head up my rear so far I can't breathe because of the methane gas. I don't make my flyers at home. And if you're making your flyers at home, you might want to get up off all fours. Brush your knees off and arrive in the new world. Because you're destroying toner. It's going to cost you way more money to do these at home than it is to do them out in the field. So we made some out in the field. 19 cents a piece. Well, we waited. They were done in 47 minutes start to finish. I had them build 3 types of flyers with main focus being adult care facilities. Why? I'm in the adult care facility capital of the world. Medford, Oregon has 2 types of people that live here, old and young. The young are serving the old. Our hospital system is unbelievable, and it goes on for miles. Everywhere you look, there's hospital facilities down here. They come in from San Francisco, they come in from Sacramento, they come in from Redding, and they retire here. They move down from Seattle, they move down from Canada, they move down from Portland, and they retire here. Small area, 210,000 people. Medford proper has 70,000 people. But I can tell you what we have, folks. We've got ophthalmologists, oncologists. We've got podiatrists. We've got dentists, chiropractors. I could go on for hours on the doctor's offices down here and the different types of them. They're everywhere. And it's not just one ophthalmologist for a small little town. There's 20, 30, 40 ophthalmologists. Ear, nose, throat specialists where I got my cancer taken care of here, who gave me the referral up to Knight Cancer Institute in Portland. There's 25 of them working out of there. Each one of them owns their own business. They're a market for you. And each one of those people making 200, 300, 400,000 a year, 20, 30, 40,000 a month. That's some cheese, baby. That's some dough, money, moolah, cash in your pocket. And I can tell you what they love. They love their jet skis. They love their motorcycles. They love their canoes. They love their little Daihatsus. And they love to go out in their electric vehicles. And they love to show off with their habits out there in the wilderness. We got it all around us. They hunt, they fish, they ski, they hike. These hobbies are not cheap. And it's the American way, folks. We're living on credit. That's what we do. And along comes you, just like us. What did we do? We made one call. Not phone call. Call in person. I'm talking about a call in person. What did we do? We stayed at my house, got on the computer, looked up 10 companies, found 10 adult care facilities, got their addresses, got their phone number, got the name of the company, and got the name of the owner. Where did we get it? I taught you how to get it off Data Axle on Tuesday. That's where we got it. We got 10 of them, and then I shut off my computer. Done. Close laptop. Bye. List. Let's go. Knock on the door. Door's locked. Front door. Closed from 11:30 to 12:30. I thought, screw it. I see people. I knock on the door. Guy comes to the door. Sticks his head out the door just a little bit. Kind of one of those like a Herman Munster moment. The door actually made noise like that. He sticks his head out. Can I help you? I go, yeah, I was just stopping by to see if I could talk to the owner or manager for a second. He goes, I'm the owner. My name's Pedro. I go, Pedro, I want to hand you one of these flyers in the event that you need money in the future. We'd be a great company for you. We can get you money in 24 hours or less, up to $1 million, and this money is unsecured. Pedro opened the door further. Didn't say one word other than to motion us in. Now, why would he motion us in? Folks, this is not my first rodeo. I went in because what he was saying to me is, you got something I want. I didn't go in, stepping a foot in cautiously like, oh God, what's he up to? Oh God, what's he up to? Oh God, what's going to happen next? I went in. I invited the kids in. There were some people behind the counter and he said, follow me. That's all he said. We walk a couple doors down and the next thing you know, we're in his office and he shuts it. Shit, his office is a third the size of this office. And this office ain't all that big. Take a look around. I think this office that my wife is using is probably 14 by 16 feet. I think his was like 10 by 12 feet. There was one chair. I had the girls sit in it. The gentleman I had stand with me. And the man himself was sitting in his chair. So there were two chairs. He sat at the desk. And he said, what's this money going to cost me? Now, this is what I taught you on Monday. You just may not have been able to hear me all that well. Because remember, I told you on Monday that you're listening to me, but you're not hearing me. Because that's the way America works. We're listening, but we're not hearing. We don't have learning disorders in this country for the most part. We have hearing disorders. Again, we don't have learning disorders in this country for the most part. We have hearing disorders. Our hearing is selective. We don't want to hear half this shit that's being told to us. Why? Because we're listening to too much. We're multitasking too much. That's why I say you got to shut this shit off. That way when you get to a message that you want to hear, that you need to hear, that's relevant, that's been placed in your life by destiny, you can actually hear it. Versus being drowned out among all this other horse shit going on in your life on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, oh God, YouTube, TikTok, shit, that the list is so endless. And what are we? We're walking around like zombies and people are killing themselves right and left because of lack of fulfillment. People don't feel fulfilled. There is no nutrients anymore. We're all malnutritioned when it comes to the message. Because there's just too much message. So what did I teach you on Monday? I taught you the same thing I'm about to tell this guy, Pedro. What does Pedro say to me? So what's this money going to cost me? And he sits back. It's my turn. It's your turn. You don't need to call me. You don't need to call your manager. You got this going on. What are you going to say? You're going to say what I said on Monday. Go play it back. Now I'm going to let you have it right here. Here we go. Here's what I said to Pedro. Pedro, use his name. I like using the name. It says you're paying attention. Pedro, you're going to get a great loan offer if you've done a wonderful job of running your company and a wonderful job of running your personal life. You're going to get a poor offer out of us if you've done a bad job of running your personal life and a bad job of running your company. My turn to shut up. Shut the fuck up and sit back. Pedro's turn to volley back. Think volleyball, think tennis, think badminton. Pedro's turn to volley back. I sit back. I don't even have to sit all the way back. I'm not sitting. I was standing. All I did was fold my arms, make the comment, and then lean against the wall. Done. And Pedro starts laughing. He goes, head down. Here it goes. When they put their head down, here they go. You got something shameful to tell you. Well, I haven't had so much luck lately with the business. Sales are down almost 50% in the last 2 years because of COVID. We got a bad reputation for losing people, and people start pulling out of here, so we're only 75% full. Do you think I give a shit? Do you think I give a shit? I own the company. These are my millions and millions and millions, over $5 billion worth of credit being served right now. This is my money. Do you think I care? I don't care. Don't ask me if I care. I don't care. Get 6 months bank statements. Let's roll. You hear me? I don't care. Well, Bret, why don't we get the bank statements from 2 years ago? Maybe you'll qualify for more money. We need the most recent 6-month bank statements. Do not get me last year's bank statements, nor my staff. So I said to Pedro, I go, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're not going to look at those statements. All we're going to look at is your most recent 6-month bank statements for your business and a small application. I looked over at Tammy. I'm like, just hand him the application now. He's ready to go. She's fumbling around. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck has she been doing? For Christ's sake. She doesn't have anything on her. Where the hell's the application? And next thing I'm looking at her, I'm thinking to myself, she didn't bring the application in. I mean, if she had one thing she needed to do, I told her what she needed to do before she got out of the car and she didn't do it. Why? Because her brain is full of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the long drive down from Eugene. It's a long drive, folks. It's 105 miles. Shit. Literally. She told me when she got out of the car she was exhausted. They'd driven 105 miles. Folks, 105 miles. For Christ's sake. I mean, I could probably head out right now. It's almost 11 o'clock at night and drive to Bozeman, Montana if you want and go fishing. 700 miles from here. With some stops in between for gas. Maybe a burger along the way. And I got cancer. I mean, we're raising people who don't have any grit anymore. And the reason is because they've been told that they can have something for nothing. Hell, I don't know anything about her. She may be living on something for nothing. But I sure found out about her tonight. Get ready. You got to hear the story. So here we go. I'm 36 minutes in. Let's roll. So I say to Pedro, I go, no big deal, dude. We need your most recent 6-month bank statements. She was going to give you an application. She left it in the car. I apologize. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll email you one right now. Reach in my back pocket. My phone is off. It's not on ring. I check it. I double check it. By God, it's biblical for me. This is hallowed ground. I do not want your phone going off when you're on the phone talking to someone or when you're in their office. I swear to God, I will break your phone in half. You've never seen anybody lose his mind like me when you can't get your shit together and shut your damn phone off. And I make a point when I go out with these people, like I did with her, when she was supposed to come in with the application. And she didn't. She had one thing she needed to do. She didn't. And I remember in my mind, while I was talking to her, thinking, yeah, it's because she was screwing around that damn phone. That's what she was doing. Texting someone. I saw her. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be like a Denzel Washington character in the train movie. Are we going now, Will? Come on. You know, I don't want to bitch and moan at people. But my God, folks, get the fuck out of your own way. Get the hell out of your own way. Get the heck out of your own way if you can't stand my cussing this late at night. Get your shit together, for God's sakes. You gotta be prepared. I mean, my God, it's the old Boy Scout motto. Be prepared. So, he says, no problem. I'll give you my email address. He reads it off to me. I'm putting it in. It takes me a minute because he's got a long last name. He's got an @gmail.com. I get it. I say, okay, the application's coming right now. You want to check your computer? He opens up his laptop. He's waiting. He doesn't say anything. I'm not saying anything. I got no responsibility to talk. It's his turn. After about 30 seconds, he looks up at me. He says, computer's usually slow here. It'll probably be another minute or two. I go, no big deal. It's there. Do you have any questions before we get out of here? He says, where are you going? I go, we're done. Oh, you're going to fill that application out. You're going to get me 6-month bank statements. We're going to go take a break for 30, 45 minutes. And we're going to come back and get those statements. He goes, that's it? There's nothing else? I go, I don't need tax returns. I don't need a profit and loss statement. I don't need a balance sheet. If you like what you see, you can have this money today. And then he leans forward and says to me, what's the catch? I go, there is no catch. This is what we do. We do this all day, every day. It's going to be more expensive than a bank, but it's going to be less expensive than Guido. And he started laughing. Some of you don't know what I mean by Guido. You know, a knuckle buster. Someone from a gang, a knuckle buster. Guido. Be afraid of Guido, right? But he got a kick out of it. He's old enough to know what I meant by it. And I said it loud enough. He understood me. And he said, you know, I'd rather not have you leave. I'd like to get this on this right away. He goes, winter's coming, Bret, and they're calling for a lot of snow. And I've got a bad roof up there, and I could use 300 grand right now. And I'm not about to say no to this guy. Not at all. The gentleman I'm with, who's very, very nice, the young man, tall, drink of water, 6'4", says to Pedro, he said, would you mind if I used a restroom? And Pedro's like, no problem. And he leads him out, shows him around, comes back down, sits down. My email's there. Tess, by the way, is apologizing to me already. Or Tammy. Tess, Tammy. Tess. Tammy. Tamara. Tamara is apologizing to me. And I'm like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm angry at her. And I'm going to talk to her about priorities when we get out to the car. But I don't want to do it right then. It's not the proper place. And I'm not really angry at her. Disappointment. I think a lot of us are disappointed in ourselves, not angry at ourselves. And to be honest with you, folks, I think it's worse to be disappointed in yourself than it is to be angry in yourself. And as I got to know her, by the way, this evening, we talked for 3.5 hours. They came over to my house. We had pizza. Closed the loan. Had pizza. Stayed with me at the pizza parlor. Stayed with me the entire day. Never left me the entire day. They could not get away from me. They wouldn't leave. Story after story after story after story after story. They wanted to hear everything. Story after story. And it became just a seamless day of working with them. I was hot. I kept the air conditioning going in my expedition. Had my 2 yellow labs. I can't be out in the sun at all without just lathering myself in high SPF. So I just don't go out in the sun during this chemo time. But anyway, we just sat in my car and we'd let the dogs run a little bit by the creek and we'd get back in. We'd talk some more about business. But anyway, so the loan, start to finish, the loan approval came in under $1 million. By the way, he's doing $580,000, like $587 or $584 a month. This man's doing $600,000 a month in business, and his business is down. And Bank of America, by the way, had turned him down because sales were down 70% year over year, 2 years in a row. This is a guy who was making bank before COVID, and COVID just decimated his company. So we approved him. It was just under $1 million, but the loan amount that we funded was just a little over 980, like 980 and some change. So I paid a full 7% commission to these two kids. Now you start doing the math on that, it's over $60,000. But what happened is the day went on and they got to know me more and more, and we ate dinner together and they came over to the house here. Was the two of them are just like, we just can't. They're a couple, by the way, and it's like, we can't take this amount of money from you. We can't. We would have never gotten this. Now, usually I swear to you, I fight these commissions off and I give them out. But I mean, one of them had made 13 grand last year. The other figures in the marijuana industry made about $25,000. Between the two of them, they made less than $40,000, $45,000 last year. And they're going to make more than that off this one commission. And they're just like, look, we got it. We understand how to do this. It was worth the education. We were trying to pay you to come down here and let you work with us. And you're going to give us this commission on this. And obviously, they're not getting this commission today. If funded today, we'll pay them on Friday. For sure, they'll be paid on Friday. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. We pay you really quickly. It's your money. We got to get you your money. Once we get you your money, guess what you're going to do? You're going to roll up that sleeve. It's kind of like rolling out my chemo tubes, and you're going to start shoving what in there? More moolah. That's some good tasting money. You make a $60,000 commission. Next thing you know, you're like, where's the chemo line? Where's the money line? I want more. Well, you just go call on another business on the phone or in person, or send them a black envelope, right? This isn't rocket science. You see, that's what my videos talk about all the time. It's like, You're confusing this. You're making this more than it is. This is nothing. What if he would have asked me about interest rates, Bret? What if he would have asked me about interest rates? I answered his question about interest rates. What if he would have pinned me down, Bret? He can't pin me down. That's the same answer I would have given. I would have told him I can't give you an answer. That's the underwriter's job. They have to underwrite the file. If you like what you see, you take it. If you don't, you don't. You're the one in charge. There's nothing to this. You people are making this harder than it is. Some of you aren't, but a lot of you are. So, that's my story. That's my day. It's a normal day. Now, I love to end on a high note. I love happy stories. I love them. And I know in my heart of hearts that more than likely, most of you, if not all of you, love happy stories and love happy endings also. I know I'm speaking for you, and there's some of you like, I don't friggin' like happy stories. I don't friggin' like happy endings. It's okay. I said most of you. I didn't say all of you. So this story has a happy ending to it. Let me tell you about my days when I was out in the field. Every day had a happy ending. Why? Because I would go until I landed one, and then I was done marketing. Or I would go till I landed 2 or 3 or 4. But if I went to one and didn't land it, went to another and didn't land it, went to another and didn't land it, and I'm an hour and a half in, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to have a bad taste in my mouth, excuse my language. I'm not quitting. I'm going to a 4th one. I'm going to a 5th one. I'll go to a 6th one, a 7th one. I didn't ever have to do that. I don't have to do that now. You don't have to do that. I guarantee you don't have to do it. If you do what I did, or if you call, like I'm going to teach you in telemarketing tomorrow, you won't have to do this. You won't have to call 100, 200, 300 businesses a day. You're not going to live in a world where your stomach's touching your backbone financially and you're trying to figure out what to do. But if I did go across number 3 or 4 and I didn't get an answer that was conducive to my liking, I'd go to a 5th one. And sure enough, I'd land some guy named Pedro or a girl named Johnette. And then I'm done. So I got to stretch myself a little bit like a rubber band. I got to push myself a little bit, right? Some days I set a goal. I'm like, look, I'm going to land 3 today. I'm going to land 4 today. Okay, so be it. I'm not quitting until then. Set my hours up accordingly. I'm not going to give myself 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to land that much business. So you got to use your head when it comes to the time you set aside. But let me tell you what I said the other day in part 1. The 1-minute salesperson, Spencer Johnson. Not the 1 hour, the 1 day, the 1 month, the 1 week, the 1 year salesperson, the 1 lifetime salesperson, the 1-minute salesperson. You just need to be on the ball for a minute or 2. It's nothing to this. Get the book, read the book. And there's another book I recommended the other day, and I'm getting a ton of feedback from you guys via email. I thank you so much for that feedback on that video, but it's called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. It's a Bible for me. I mean, I don't know how many times I've read that front to back. Front to back, front to back, front to back. It's got to be well over 100 times because I had this stinking thinking. You can look up my pastor. He just recently died. His name is Bud Lloyd Rollholt, Milwaukee Lutheran Church, Lake Road. He just recently died. He was just an amazing guy. Started counseling me when I was 17. 43 years ago, May of 1980, with my anxiety. I can tell you one other thing happening to me right now, folks. It's happening to me right now. My anxiety is going away. The last glimpses of my anxiety, it's going away. It's just a miracle to me how I've peeled away at this onion for 60 years. And of all the things on the face of the planet, God, the universe, my creator, your creator, something, cancer, brought me a mask and a shoulder harness and bolted me to a table and made me the most claustrophobic I could ever possibly be, day in and day out for the last 10 days. And for 2 days prior to that, well, they were fitting me and getting me ready for treatment. This is, Friday will be my 12th day. 10 weekdays the last 2 weeks and 2 days prior to that. So I'm right now, Wednesday, I'm 10 days. I've done this 10 times. I have to do it 35 times. I got 25 times more. Early October, I'm done, like October 5th, 10th, something like that, is 35 business days because they take the weekend off, that they have to bolt me down. Look it up. You want to see something really freaky? Look it up. Face or neck mass cancer, M-A-S-S, mass, like a mass of something. Neck mass cancer mask, the mask. Watch them make it with the shoulder harness. That's what they had to do on me. They had to melt it on me, bolt it down, fit it in my eyes, my sockets, and my anxiety's going away. And it always had to do with claustrophobia. Anyway, listen, I'm all over the board. What I want to tell you is this is easy to do and it's easy not to do. But what's going to happen to you is you're going to wake up earlier and you're going to stay up later. And there's going to be a quick in your step. And there's going to be less suicides because a guy like me came along and talked to over 100,000 or more of you and said, you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. There's nothing to this. If I can do this, you can do this. There's nothing to this. If I can do this, you can do this. There's nothing to this. You're not even holding up yourself. Forgive yourself for the past if you haven't been out marketing. Who gives a shit? Do not wear that cross. No one can bear that cross. Stop your bad self. Go get 5 flyers and talk to 5 companies tomorrow. Get online, get on Data Axle, go back through my stories. Dare to go back through my stories on day 2. Listen to Data Axle, learn how to get into the library, join your own library and get your own username and password for Data Axle. Get 10 business owners' names down and just call them up. Say, hey, John, public records indicate you own Texaco gas station in Sacramento, California, Miami, Florida. I was simply calling today to see if you need any money for your business. This money is unsecured. We go up to $1 million and close it 1 to 2 days, oftentimes the same day as the application. Now listen, tomorrow, Thursday, is my telemarketing day. You can't miss it. I got some special sauce in there for you. There's special sauce in there, folks. 2 all beef patty special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Everyone else has got the bun. Everyone else has the hamburger. Everyone else has the lettuce. Everyone else has the cheese. I got the special sauce. That's why I was closing over 800 loans a month, minimum, in 2009, September, when I quit funding loans. I had staff everywhere. And guess what they were doing? They were helping me fund my loans. They were processors and underwriters. That's how they became the funding department and the processing department and the underwriting department and my banking division. They're taking care of my volume. Hell, it took me, I can't even begin to tell you how many people I had to hire to replace my volume. Talk about a leap of faith. Some of you may not do 800 loans in your entire existence in this industry, which I think is a tragedy. Because I've done a pretty damn good job under the circumstances of training you this week, if you ask me. And if you want to come back and take it again, you're very welcome to. It's free. How do I make money? Hey, folks, We're lending out $1 million to Pedro, basically. It's what? 200 grand shy? You know? Who gives a shit? I mean, good God, who cares? You know, the money I'm going to make on that money, I can't, folks, listen, money's not an issue for me. You need to know money's not an issue for me. It was never an issue for me. What this is always about for me, always was the competition. And the competition was myself. I wasn't competing with anyone else. I never sat in my Porsches. I never sat in my Mercedes. I never sat in a Lamborghini. I never sat in a jet and said to myself, look at me. You know, or hey, everyone, look at me. It was there for for me to get me places. Make my life easier, you know. But what's funny, to be honest with all of you, is that stuff just made my life more difficult. It's all it did. It's all it did. I found myself not one boat, not two boats, but 3 big boats. You know, not one car, 2 cars in 2007 when Julie and I got divorced. 7 cars in the driveway. Just in the driveway. That's in the driveway. That's not in the garages, plural. $5,600 and some change a month in car insurance. You know, after a while, I was just like, this is the worst shit. This is not what I want. This is what, she didn't want it. She didn't want that. That poor woman never wanted all that crap. That stuff just gets in your way, man. What's it really about? I mean, what's it really about? What it's about, let me tell you something. We got a guy, Frank, you're out there. You're going to be in class tomorrow. We had a little contentious relationship at the first of the week. And now Frank and I are having tremendous emails. We're having tremendous emails. You know, we got another lady out there, Bricks Anna, another one, contentious with me at the beginning of the week. Started crying, called me today, started crying on the voicemail. I had to call her back. I had to. She's like, I don't know where you came from, man. I don't. It's like God, she uses God. She likes God. She's into God. It's like God said, I'm going to give you this guy. He's going to be everything you hate at first. And then one moment in time, it's all going to shift. And he's going to be everything you love. And then some. And she even made the comment to me. She said, if I were younger, I would literally say to you right now, I would like to have your child. I think you're the most perfect human being I've ever met in my entire life. And I've never even met you. I mean, that's some scary shit, folks. But that's what I get. I get these emails where people wake up about Wednesday, Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday morning, and they say to themselves, oh, whoa, dude, thank you. It's like, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are, genuinely. And that makes me feel, I'm tired right now. You can see I'm more swollen on this side. I'm starting to hurt. My cancer's starting to hurt right now. I need to stop. I've talked too long. I just want to say to each of you, man, don't make this harder than it is. The human experience is not that hard. And, I'm living proof that there was a time when I used to think I was bulletproof. I never took it for granted. Like I told you, I'm not a drugger. I'm not a drinker. I never really was the party guy, but I'm closing in on the end of my life, folks. I don't know if this is it. I don't know if I'll make 70, 80, 90. I'm going to try, and I fully intend to. I want to try to make 100. That's been my goal for a lot of years. I have it written down. And if you're out there right now and you're discouraged with what's going on in your life, all I would ask of you is the same thing I did with this couple today. Just get out and go do something, a little bit for your business each day. Let's say that you took a pie right now, a round pie, and you cut it in 8 pieces. And I said to you, 8 days is what it's going to take. I said to you, 8 days is what it's going to take. So what I need you to do is visualize. I want you to put a piece of pie back in that pie tin every night in the refrigerator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the time you get to that third piece, that fourth piece, that's a bitch. Because that's 2 or 3 days on faith, 4 days on faith, 5 days on faith, 6 days on faith, 7 days on faith, 8 days, and there it is. You land one. I mean, the work I do today shows up 10 days from now. The work I don't do shows up also. That's how I used to roll in this. In the mortgage industry, I used to say the work I do today shows up 30 days from now. But this is different. 10 days or less, you're getting paid more than likely. You are. That's why I say keep your day job. If you got a day job, keep your day job. Anyway, take care of all of you. Peace, love, kindness in your direction. Be good people. America needs more good people. And if you get a chance, for Christ's sake, get to a child. Be nice to a child. Where would we be had we not met these pastors and these rabbis and these priests and these Boy Scout leaders and Girl Scout leaders and teachers that were influential in our lives? And it's time we get back to just being kind to one another and loving one another and caring one another. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and all of a sudden, what has Biden decided to do? Piss a whole bunch of Republicans off by calling them names. It's like, I thought this guy was going to be the guy who put us all back together. Trump couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. 2 of them divided the country. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's going to be your job and my job. It's going to be your job and my job. This was a mixed relationship here today that I was with. The young lady was black and the boy was white. I didn't even notice the color. This is a normal world for me. These kids in these 30s and 40s, 20s, teens. It's a normal world anymore. We got to get past this shit. This Republican and Democrat crap's just got me wound up beyond belief, folks. And I just had to shut all that crap off here last year. And you should too. Anyway, I hope to see you on the other side tomorrow for graduation. I know I got a lot of you that want to become a manager. Get on that call tomorrow with Ashley, please. At 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You got instructions. I'll send you a reminder tomorrow morning. Anyway, love all of you. Sleep tight.